Thank you all for being here. Welcome to Buffalo Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts. As we prepare to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2025, I have a few announcements before we begin. In just a moment, we will begin our graduation ceremony. Our students, faculty, and families have worked hard to arrive at this ceremony. Please help us to show them the appreciation and respect they deserve on this occasion by observing the following protocols. First, please take a moment to silence all cellular phones and devices. Remain seated at all times during the ceremony. All photographs must be taken from your seats. Stay behind graduate seating and out of the sight lines of others in the audience. A photographer will be taking photos throughout the ceremony of all students. Photos will be made available online at no cost for students and parents by the end of this week. Food and drink are not to be consumed in our main stage theater. Applause is the only way we should show appreciation to our graduates. We want all parents to hear the name of their child. Therefore, please refrain from shouting, screaming, whistling, or use of horns or noise makers. Lastly, please stay for the entire program and allow our graduates to exit first. Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, please stand as our candidates for graduation enter the auditorium.
Please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by our class treasurer, Madeline Bertie, followed by our national anthem, which will be led by members of our vocal jazz.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you, vocal jazz and Madeline. At this time, you may be seated. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce our dais and welcome all of you, parents, caregivers, friends of the Arts Academy, to the 2025 graduation ceremony. I am Ms. Covington, principal here at the Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts, and we welcome you. To my left, I would like to acknowledge some of the dignitaries here in the house today. Board Member Paulette Woods, members of the Superintendent's Cabinet and Central Office Administrators. We are honored to have with us a special guest today, the Honorable Senator Sean Ryan. Also, our administrative team here at the Arts Academy, Ms. Crispin, Mr. Riccio, and Mrs. Ryan. Our school counselors, Mrs. Laveria, Mrs. Moore, and Mr. Womack. And a special guest to the Arts Academy and good friend of mine, Miss Michelle Hare, class of 1993 of the Arts Academy. And to our guest of honor and alumni keynote, Ms. Atina Farid-Cook. To my left, we have our class officers and members of our National Honor Society. We will now have a welcome by our class president, Miss Alana Kostner, followed by the superintendent's message presented by class vice president, Kalia Hardy.
Good morning and welcome to our faculty, staff, families, guardians, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. Today marks more than the end of a school year. It is the closing of a chapter we've been writing together for years. Through every sleepless night before a big test, every early call time, performance, rehearsal, project, or presentation, you showed up, even when it was hard. Even when you were tired, you showed up and gave your best. Whether you were painting sets, tuning guitars, tying dance shoes, memorizing lines, warming up your voice, or prepping the camera, every one of you put in the work. Different paths, same destination. Yes, you'll miss Miss Corey's infamous assignments. You'll miss the joyful Thursdays lunches with Miss Jones. You'll miss Mr. George's powerful one-liners in the morning, pushing you through the day. These experiences won't fade. They'll grow with you, shaping you, who you are, and who you'll become. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. A quote from author Ash. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. And we've proven we're capable of that. So today, take it all in. Hug your people, laugh a little bit, because this isn't the end. It's the beginning of whatever comes next. And I know you're ready. Congratulations, the unforgettable class of 2025.
Congratulations, class of 2025! Woo! Parents, caregivers, today is a very momentous and important milestone that is more than just a graduation ceremony. It is a launch pad to your future. You are likely headed to college, the workforce, or to a branch of military services, or whatever you choose to do. Places that need your voice, talents, and passion. Graduation is a time to celebrate and to look forward to the bright future that awaits you. The lessons that you have learned transcend your time in the classroom and all the homework assignments you completed. These lessons have taught you that nothing is impossible. You can achieve whatever your heart desires. You have collaborated with your teachers, coaches, family, and friends, flourishing in your own unique ways to achieve this treasured accomplishment. On behalf of the Buffalo Board of Education and the entire Buffalo Public Schools community, we hereby honor and commend you for your extraordinary tenacity and fortitude. As the superintendent of the Buffalo Public Schools, I want to thank all of your families, principals, school staff, and the school-based partners for providing you with the tools necessary to help you reach this monumental occasion while preparing for a bright future. Now, carry on and walk with pride, dignity, strength, and poise. You have all of my best wishes to thrive in all that you do, and I look forward to reading and hearing all about the great things that you will accomplish in the future. Once again, a huge congratulations to all. Wishing you nothing but the best, Dr. Tanja M. Williams-Knight.
Thank you, Alana and Kalia. At this time, we would like to hear remarks from our Senator Honorable Sean Ryan.
Good afternoon, everybody. What a day today at Performing Arts. Performing Arts has a long history in the city of Buffalo, over 40 years. Long time over on Clinton Street, 333 Clinton Street, and then your new home, there we go. I guess there'd be a few graduates and some staff who was over in Clinton, but 18 years in this new home. Graduations are a time to look backwards and to look forward. You look backwards to think of how you got here, and you thank your parents, your grandparents, your caregivers, everyone around you who loved you and pushed you forward every day, and sometimes pushed you out the door in the morning so you would not be late. And I would give thanks to the teachers and the superintendent, everyone who worked to put this together. Superintendent Tanja Williams-Knight, her tenure as superintendent is coming to an end, but we thank her. Ms. Crispin, your principal, Ms. Covington, your principal. I didn't want to give anyone a promotion here. But the assistant principals, Ms. Crispin, Mr. Riccio, and Ms. Ryan, everyone who works together, the support staff, all the teachers, the work it takes to get this school open every day. And I'll give a special shout out to my sister-in-law, Rachel Lyons, who is a teacher here today. So thank you. Then we look forward, and we look forward to the future. You are the future. In the next few years, you're going to learn so much about yourselves, and you're ready for it because you received a top-notch education. And just imagine how much you have grown in the last 4 years, but imagine what the next 4 or 6 years is going to bring to you. People are all going to different parts of life. The next step is often uncertain, but one thing I'm confident of is you have been given the skill set to lean into the future. For whatever comes next, you're going to be able to handle it because of the education that you received in this world. I think I should also give a shout out to my nephew, Ryan Van Cott, who's graduating today. But here's my advice to you as you're going out into the world. It's really easy to fall into our silos and think, well, people view the world the way I do, or this person's like me, so I'm going to gravitate towards them. You know, the challenge of life is you have to go out and be open and seek new perspectives. In the coming years, you know, I have no doubt many of you in this room will do different things, but as you're doing it, go meet the person who you think is the least like you. Listen to their perspective, listen to their story, listen to their background, and I'll bet you find that the differences that you thought stood between you were very slight. But in the coming years, I have no doubt that every young adult in this room is going to make their mark. You're going to make it in the city of Buffalo, in the state of New York, and the United States, and a lot of good people have graduated from this school. You know, national singer Ani DeFranco came right out of here. You turn on the news at night, you'll see Claudia Ewing, graduate. You'll see Pete Gallivan, graduate. And Mrs. Covington herself is a graduate of this school. So, yeah, you are some of the Buffalo's. You are some of Buffalo's best and brightest, and I look forward to seeing what you're all going to do next. Congratulations to each and every graduate and to each parent, caregiver here today who helped get us to this mark. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Ryan. It is a privilege to have this type of resource in our building and coming to support our graduates and to acknowledge our parents. Board Member Woods has been a staunch advocate, and also Senator Ryan, around the arts and the importance of the arts in the lives of children. And when we are in need, and when I mean need, meaning because not oftentimes you get money to support the arts. It's usually kind of, secondary. But mics cost, technology costs, costumes costs, busing, production costs. It's huge. And one voice that I can count on to fight for us, even for teaching resources, is Ms. Paulette Woods. So I also want to thank you for your support over the years. I know you can't stand. She's got an injury, so please don't stand. But I just wanted to say thank you for making it happen here at the Arts Academy for us over the years. Now we will hear from our art department, the Visual Art Purchase Award, and the Jonathan Kroom Alumni Award will be presented by Ms. Larrabee and Mr. Herring.
Good afternoon. Congratulations. I'm proud to be here for these awards. Each year, the art department chooses one work of art to be displayed in the school. We look for mastery of technique and creativity. This year's recipient of the Purchase Award and $500 is Niama Kozinski.
Obsessive kind of way of working is the paradigm for all that is free and spontaneous.
Jonathan Simeon Kroom is a 1992 graduate of Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts. He attended the Arts Academy from grades 7th through 12th and graduated with Arts Academy Diploma in Visual Art. During his attendance, he developed long-lasting relationships and friendships with his schoolmates. Jonathan joined the Buffalo Fire Department in 1999. Those who knew him best called him Sim. His greatest joy was his love of life, family, and friends. An avid athlete, he spent his time playing sports, exercising, and competing in local races. Sim was best known for his great smile and warm personality. His sense of humor knew no bounds, and he could make light of any situation. As a single parent, he devoted his life to raising his daughter, Joanna. Anything he worked at was done with great pride and courage. So as a dedicated firefighter, his last act of heroism came as no surprise to those who knew and loved him. As a son, he was perfect. Sim would be overwhelmed and very pleased with this annual scholarship. He is survived by his parents, Jonathan Kroom and Maria Angela Hausinger, his stepfather, Dwayne Hausinger, along with two siblings, Gabrielle Antoine Kroom, BAVPA graduate in 1994, and Bo Kroom. Sim also leaves behind his two children, Joanna and Danielito. From his mom, "We love you, Sim. Love is stronger than death, fiercer than the grave." The purpose of the scholarship. Alumni of the Arts Academy created this scholarship for visual art majors who embody Jonathan's spirit, love of arts, commitment to family, community service, and the well-being of others. Significant scholarship donors. Jason Hall was a 1992 communications major and dear friend of John. Jason is strongly devoted to the continuation of this remarkable scholarship in honor of his classmate and friend. In addition to Jason, retired Buffalo firefighter Lieutenant Donald Jones, as well as all active members of the Buffalo Fire Historical Society, are also strongly devoted to carrying on Jonathan's legacy. This organization also is a significant supporter and donor. They want to ensure the scholarship continues for years to come. This year's recipient is
Micah Reed Easton.
The alumni here are forever endowed to their alma mater, and so this is a very special award. When I say that the alumni pour into this scholarship, I would not be giving the credit that it's due. So this is a very special, for a student to win this award is a very special honor. And so thank you to all of the alumni that give back to the Jonathan Kroom Award. At this time, the dance department will be highlighted. The Yvonne James Brown Arts Scholarship, a woman that we would not be sitting here today if it weren't for Yvonne James Brown, one of the founding teachers of the Arts Academy, who passed away suddenly a few years back. And then once again, alumni said, we have to do something in her name to honor her, to forever lift her name here at the Arts Academy, and to make sure that students for many years understand the value that they have here at the Arts Academy. This award has been established in her name. So to present this award, Ms. Nicole Jones and the dance department.
Good afternoon, Arts Academy families and friends. First, I would like to say how honored I am to present the annual Yvonne James Brown Arts Scholarship. Mrs. Brown and her family have been a part of my life since I was just 10 years old. I met her as an incoming 5th grade dance major. Mrs. Brown was one of the founding dance faculty members, former dance teacher, and arts coordinator at the Arts Academy. She was one of the greatest human beings and creative minds that I have had the pleasure of learning from. She was more than a teacher to me. She was a friend. She was family. She and I shared a common goal, educating our youth. Mrs. Brown's understanding and knowledge of dance and the arts was beyond superior. She was such a supportive and encouraging force to be around. She literally had superpowers. She shared her passion with all students, no matter what their artistic major was. The lessons and wisdom shared with her students went well beyond the classroom. Her encouragement was from the heart, and her dedication to all was beyond spectacular. The Arts Academy Dance Department is extremely lucky to have had our path paved by this amazing and courageous woman. Mrs. Brown was the reason behind the many achievements and accomplishments that many of us possess today. Her personal support and wisdom have helped me to advocate and provide the best arts education for students in our community, as she did. Mrs. Brown explained to me early on in my teachings, they will remember their experiences, remember the hard lessons, remember what they could have done differently, but they will do it on their own time. They will need time to process. Educating our youth is a process, and to not give up, she explained, not to feel defeated, to keep fighting the tough fight of teaching our youth. In the long run, they will understand and reflect on their time in high school and become a better person. This scholarship in her name is quite prestigious and an honor to receive. This is just one way her legacy will be carried on throughout our community for years to come. The Arts Academy has given this year's recipient the framework to soar in their life. The qualities they possess deserve recognition. They have an endless desire and willingness to learn, adapt, and educate themselves. The dedication to their craft is beyond remarkable. They are a true advocate for change, a strong leader, an extremely hard worker, and represent themselves and the Arts Academy with grace. They have held their academics, resilience, talent, and spirit to such high standards. The Yvonne James Brown Scholarship Award for Academics, Resilience, Talent, and Spirit is awarded to
Alana Kostner.
That's a nice gift and a big check, so don't lose that. The next series of awards will be issued as follows: the Buffalo Board of Education Exemplar Award, the Sherman Filer Award presented by Mr. Womack, the New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence presented by Mrs. Moore, the Buffalo Teachers Federation Award presented by Mrs. Laveria, the American Federation of School Administrators presented by Mrs. Ryan, the Florence Johnson Perseverance Award presented by Ms. Crispin, and the Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts Excellence and Arts Education Award is presented by Mr. Riccio. The Buffalo Board of Education Exemplar Award is presented to a 12th grade student who has contributed substantially to fostering an atmosphere of mutual understanding, respect, and acceptance in his or her school community. The winner receives a clock and a certificate. This year's recipient is Kara Anderson.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to the class of 2025. I am presenting the Sherman Filer Award. This award is presented to an outstanding 12th grade boy and girl on the basis of the candidate's scholastic excellence, leadership qualities, activities in civic affairs, personality, and attitude toward country and neighbor. Each recipient receives a dictionary and a certificate. This year's senior recipients are Samaya Douglas and Thomas Salvatore.
Hello and congratulations again, class of 2025. I'm so proud of you. I will be presenting the New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence. Based on scholastic achievement, the following students have been awarded annual scholarships of either $1,500 or $500 from the New York State Board of Regents. The students are Amani Dorsey, Kalia Hardy, Micah Reed Eason, and Thomas Salvatore.
Congratulations, class of 2025. The next award is the Buffalo Teachers Federation Award. This award is for a graduating senior who is outstanding. The winner receives a certificate and a monetary award from the faculty. This year's recipient is Ryan Vancott.
Good afternoon. Congratulations to you all. The next award is the American Federation of School Administrators. This leadership award is presented on behalf of the school administrators to recognize outstanding leadership of graduating seniors. This year's recipients are Kalia Hardy and Kendrick Warwick.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Today I will be presenting the Flores Johnson Perseverance Award. This is awarded to a 12th grade student who has overcome insurmountable obstacles to arrive at graduation. This student has demonstrated commitment to do better and excel. This year's recipient is Jadi Ellis Gaiman. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2025. I am presenting the Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts Award for Excellence in the Arts. This award is presented to a senior in each major who best exemplifies excellence in both the arts and academics. The recipients are, for theater, Shyla Douglas. For media communications, Nania Francis. For vocal music, Kalia Hardy. For visual arts, Micah Reed Eason. For instrumental music, Reagan Rickard. For technical theater, Larry Stevens. And for dance, Nyla Vasquez.
The next award is the Principal's Award. And this award is issued to a senior boy and girl who has exhibited throughout their years here at the Arts Academy character of good citizenship and student leadership in our school community. This year's recipients are Alana Costner and Thomas Salvatore. Okay, the next award. You guys aren't tired yet, are you? These awards. Who's saying yes out there? We're gonna find some more to give. We had so many that we had to give most of them at class day. And so these are very important awards. We're here to celebrate all the hard work that these wonderful students have accomplished. So we'll be here for a couple of hours. Our salutatorian award is given to the student with the second highest ranking in the graduating class. This year, we grant this award to Miss Kalia Hardy. The next award is our Valedictorian Award, followed by the speech. It is presented to, or the title of academic title is conferred upon the highest ranked student with their graduation class. The Arts Academy gives honor to Thomas Salvatore.
Good afternoon, friends, families, peers, teachers, faculty, and administration. Thank you for being here to celebrate the incredible class of 2025. It is truly an honor to stand before you as this year's valedictorian, representing a class as talented, driven, and unforgettable as ours. Make the most of it. These are the words of Mr. Chris George, who, though unable to be here today due to ongoing health challenges, has left a lasting impact on all of us. Until recently, he ended every morning announcement with that phrase. I believe it's a challenge we've risen to again and again. We are an extraordinary gifted class, and we've used our talents to create meaningful moments both inside and outside of school. We've worked together and made the most of our unique talents and backgrounds, not just in performances, but in classes, helping each other with research papers, projects, and performing Shakespeare scenes in Miss Lyons' class. We've made the most of every performance, one of them being Disaster, which, thank goodness, wasn't a disaster. We've made the most of every activity we've hosted, like the pep rally, which I heard from many that this year's was one of the best ever. We didn't stop there. We have also put hours on end into extracurriculars, committees, and sports, and making the most of our opportunities to create meaningful experiences outside of school. Our National Honor Society ran a toy drive during the holiday season. Then we went to St. Vincent de Paul to help the homeless and underprivileged by sorting, serving, and painting. We have had great laughs, like when Bertie and Kendrick got married. Best senior prank ever. We've made close and long-lasting friendships that will stand the test of time. As you can imagine, from the long list of activities and accomplishments, and trust me, that wasn't even half of them, we've struggled a lot. Speaking from experience as a vocal major who somehow managed to squeeze in about a dozen of field trips this year, I know how demanding it has been between Sergeant-at-Arms of Senior Council, a member of NHS, the bowling and golf team, prom committee, yearbook committee, Model UN, and the musical. Not to mention all of my activities outside of school. I know how hard we as a class have worked. I know very few members of the class who don't have schedules as busy as mine, if not more. We did all this and still managed to get ourselves here to this moment to cross the stage. I think that deserves a round of applause. Now it's time to talk about the future. I know, a dreaded topic. Many of us have picked out colleges or planned jobs in the workforce, doing our best to plan for our next chapter. But that doesn't mean life won't happen. Things won't always go as planned, but we will make the most of it and we will succeed. I've heard so many incredible goals from my classmates: psychologist, doctor, dentist, mechanic, teacher, performer. Me, I plan to become a librarian someday. Whatever our dreams, I believe we will get there, and maybe even go beyond what we've imagined. I know that we can overcome anything, and I can't wait to see what we've accomplished when we meet again at a reunion in the years to come. Now I'd like to give some heartfelt thanks. Thank you to my friends, to Maddie Birdie and Jessica Williams, who brought me into their friend groups and made me feel welcome when I got here. To Samira Bozeman, who always gave me a good laugh and was the best rival in English. To Reagan Rickard, who was always calm and when I and sometimes the whole lunch table was freaking out. I couldn't have survived without y'all. Thank you. Thank you to my teachers, a few to mention, to Dr. Bellera and Miss Stevens for being amazing major teachers who have given me great opportunities. For example, singing with the BPC for Joanne Folletta's classical Christmas concert was an experience I will never forget. To Mr. Smith, who spent hours and hours after school tutoring me and any student who was willing to stay after. Thank you for helping me pass geometry and algebra 2 exams on the first try. To Miss Swick, who spent a whole Saturday making sure we passed the A-Push exam, and for being a great model UN leader. To Miss Lyons, who curated one of the most enjoyable classes to ever exist. Thank you, it was a joy to take. To Miss Moore, for helping me get into college, as well as a summer internship last year, working at the courts was a real blast. Answering my constant questions and being an amazing National Honor Society leader. To Miss Kim Jones, for always cheering up the school with Joyful Thursday. Thank you to the administration. To Miss Crispin, for reassuring me when I found myself in a confusing situation. It meant the world to me. To Mr. George, for all that you have done, for our performances, events, for getting prom pics into last year's yearbook. That may sound weird, but the yearbook is finalized long before prom. And those memories are important, so thank you. To Miss Covington, for running the school that I have loved. Finally, the most important thank you of all, thank you to my family. To my mom and dad for giving me life, your unwavering love, support, and guidance, also for making me study enough. To Carmela, my sister, for reminding me to always be a good role model. To my grandparents, aunts, and uncles for always supporting me. It has been a truly great time here at BAVPA, and I can't wait for what the world has in store for us. Thank you, and remember, make the most of it.
Nice job, Thomas. Let's give him another round of applause. Congratulations. Job well done, class of 2025. At this time, we will hear just some words of inspiration. And I purposely put this in because I know graduates, they don't hear all this talking. We're going to talk to you to the last moment because it is our responsibility to pour into you as much as we possibly can before we let you go into this world. And this world is a challenge. And so shame on us or anyone that doesn't stop, pause, and try to bestow some wisdom, some encouragement, and inspiration into your lives. And our next speaker, Miss Michelle D. Hare, is a graduate, class of '93, and she lives in Georgia now, but every year she comes to graduation and she brings lots of money. She gives lots of resources to this building. If you had a chance out in the foyer, there are some posters framed on the pillars out there of alumni that give back without asking, who are always concerned about the welfare and well-being of our children, wanting to push them, making sure that they leave here with some encouragement, some money, and then some help afterwards. And so because she comes here every year, this year I would like for her just to give a few words to share with you all. Ms. Hare.
Family, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, guests of honor, and our graduates, good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's right, we're getting close to diplomas, so we need the energy up, yes? It is my absolute joy to be here with you all today for this wonderful graduation ceremony. Again, I am Michelle D. Hare, former class president, National Honor Society, dance major, and member of class of 1993. And this is probably the only place where I am comfortable bragging about my class year and the fact that I turned 50 on June 3rd. That's amazing. There's always something deeply special about returning to the place that stretched you, shaped you, the place that poured into your gifts and knew me before the world did. BAVPA has always been that place for me. It gave me roots and wings. I soared here. I absolutely love our school. My teachers, my administrators, every experience, 333 Clinton Street will forever be in my heart. And that's why I keep coming back. I return to the school, as Ms. Covington noted, annually for graduation, and whenever this school calls, I am here. In fact, 2 years ago, I had the honor of returning as a guest artist and taught African dance and Dunham technique classes for our dance majors. And if you took any of my classes, please wave your hands. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful. I spent 3 weeks here, and during that time, I witnessed the talent, the discipline, and the hunger of our students. I saw that spark in their eyes, and it reminded me why this school is so unique and so powerful, because as I said, it sees you all before the world does. And now that brings me to a story, a parable that I saw on the internet years ago, and it has stayed in my phone since. I think it's perfect for this moment. A father once said to his daughter on the day of her graduation, "Congratulations. I bought you a car some time ago. I want to give it to you now, but before I do, I want you to take it to a car dealer in the city and see how much they'll offer you." She did, and she returned saying, "They offered me $10,000. They said it looked too old." Then the father told her, "Take the car to a pawn shop." She did, and she came back saying, "They only offered me $1,000. They said the car needed a lot of work." Finally, he said, "Take it to a passionate car club with experts, with people who really know cars." She did. And when she came back, her eyes were wide, and she said, "Dad, they offered me $100,000. They told me it's a rare vintage car in really good condition, one of a kind." People were in awe. And the father smiled back and said, I wanted you to learn something important. You are not worth anything if you are not in the right place. If you are not appreciated, don't get upset. It doesn't mean you're not worthy. It just means you're in the wrong place. Don't stay in a place where no one sees your value. Graduates, hold that close. You've spent years developing your craft, strengthening your voice, learning how to express the deepest parts of your soul through your art. You've trained, studied, struggled, rehearsed, created, cried, and now the world is opening up before you. You are dancers, musicians, visual artists, actors, media makers, innovators. You are culture shapers, light bearers, truth tellers, dreamers. And you were not made to blend in. You were born to stand out. You were not made to shrink, but to shine. That means you must be intentional about where you go, what you create, and who you surround yourself with. Go where your gifts are recognized. Stay where your soul feels seen, where people see the beauty and rarity in you, and never, never settle being misunderstood when you were created to be magnificent. Let this day be more than a celebration. Let it be a marker, a launch point, a declaration, a moment to reintroduce yourself, because from this moment forward, your journey moves onward and upward, and people will need sunglasses to look in your direction. In closing, I want to share 3 quick things that I state every year at BAVPA's graduation ceremony. 1, live life on purpose, not by chance. 2, live a life of service. And number 3, create time to say thank you, mean it, and give back to the people, communities, and institutions that nurtured you, protected you, supported you, loved you, and believed in your highest potential, even when you weren't so sure of it yourself. And if you have 1 iota of love for this school, then I challenge you to find your niche and figure out how you will stay connected and how you will give back and show your gratitude. Finally, graduates, know this. Everyone in this room is screaming for your wildest success. Buffalo is cheering you on, and the world is waiting and watching for you to show up in all of your fullness with a deep understanding of who you are and boldly walking in your power and your purpose. We cannot wait to see what you do next, because your greatest masterpiece isn't just in what you create, it is how you live your lives. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go be extraordinary, continued blessings, and I see you. Take care.
I think we got you pegged on what you really, really do great. Now we're pushing you a little more, and we're pushing you to the edge, and we want to know what you don't do great.
Let's vote on this guy.
Do you have some family here with you?
Yes, my mother, grandmother, and all my siblings, they're all here.
Oh, we got to see them.
Bring him in.
Please,
I'm going to go get him.
He's cute.
I like it.
He's got some stuff.
No, wait. No.
We haven't told him anything yet.
We're about to do a big vote to see if your man of the house here gets to go to Hollywood.
Will you guys miss him if he's gone? I'm going with him.
I knew that right away. I knew that answer.
Well, I got my vote. Yes.
It's a yes for me. Oh my God.
It's a yes for me.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome American Idol contestant, class of 2020 graduate of the Arts Academy, Jameer Jones.
Hi, guys. Congratulations, y'all. I'm so proud of y'all, especially you, Free. Go ahead, man. Now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I lived a life that's full, I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, oh, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I can chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so, so amusing. And to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got if not himself? Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took my blows and did it my yes, it was my way. Congratulations, guys.
Give it up again for Jameer Jones, y'all. And Luca, thank you. Stand up, Luca, and wave to the folks. Luca, you're a freshman, freshman, he'll be a sophomore, he said sophomore next year. But this young boy is up and coming also. Just at a drop of a dime, I said, hey, we need someone to accompany Jameer, and we made it happen. So thank you for dedicating that selection to the class of 2025. Now we are going to be blessed with words from our keynote today. And when I say blessed, you will see what I mean. Also a graduate. Her bio is very long, but I'm not going to read it all because I read it several times and I'm like, well, I can't take this out because people need to know. But I need to say this because people need to know. Because people need to know about the greatness that comes out of this school, and not out of the school, but out into the community and the things that it's done well beyond the arts. Because sometimes folks think, oh, Arts Academy, you know, you're not gonna make a lot of money, it's gonna be hard out there to get a great job pursuing the arts, and it's so untrue. I want to highlight some of the things about Ms. Atina Faird-Cook before she comes before us. Ms. Cook was told at a young age that she would be a failure to thrive as a result of her biological mother's substance use disorder. As a result, she and her two older siblings, were placed into the foster care system, and due to addiction and substance misuse, their mother passed away. Despite being labeled emotionally handicapped and a failure to thrive by the system, Atina refused to be defined by it. Instead, she found solace and empowerment through her faith in God and her voice within the creative arts, rewriting her own narrative. Her unwavering commitment to her family and community became a testament to her resilience and her determination. Atina's journey into creative arts began in childhood, where she was writing, and digital media arts became her outlets amidst a challenging upbringing in the foster care system. These early art experiences ignited her path to success, leading her education to the next generation on the power of the creative arts. Her work with emerging artists has led many to income-earning opportunities, exhibitions, and creative entrepreneurship opportunities. Her musical career has led her to executively produce 4-length albums and collaborate with Grammy Award-winning artists, resulting in an impressive collective stream count of over 2 million through distribution services. Ms. Cook is the creative arts strategist, Buffalo's Poet Laureate, national recording artist, and the founder of Get Focused Productions, an internationally award-winning media arts production company. Atina leverages her platform as a multifaceted creative encompassing roles like national recording artist, speaker educator, and digital storyteller. Atina also dedicated her time serving on the boards of SEPA Gallery and her alma mater, Buffalo State University. At SEPA Gallery, she supports efforts to strengthen their marketing and education department, fostering growth and innovation. At Buffalo State University, she advocates for students and has contributed to the development and sustainability of the GRIT Scholarship, which is a merit-based scholarship for Buffalo students, not based on GPA, but based on a student's demonstrated grit. This scholarship alleviates financial burdens for students as they complete their education. Through these roles, Atina continues to champion education advancement and support for aspiring artists. Recognized for her contributions, Atina has secured funding from organizations like Creative Rebuild New York and the New York State Council on the Arts. Her creative work has been exhibited and presented in prestigious institutions such as the Buffalo AKG Art Museum, the Birchville Penny Art Center. As a national recording artist, she is executive producer for full-length albums and has contributed to a Grammy Award-winning album. Please help me welcome Ms. Atina Faird-Cook.
Well, well, well. Congratulations, 2025. Yeah.
Congratulations, congratulations. I'm honored to be here. A lot of times individuals read my bio and I'm like, I'm just little me. Just grew up on the east side of Buffalo, you know, little brown-skinned girl, tiny but tough. Went through some struggles and I'm just doing the best that I can with what I was given. You could do a lot with a little. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm talking to you and you. This is us, okay? Most of you may already know that life is about to get real, real fast, okay? Most of you have faced difficult circumstances that no one will ever know about the things that you've been through throughout your time here. Some of you were on the verge of not being able to graduate, let's be honest. I don't know, maybe one or two. Some of you were not sure if you were going to be able to walk across this stage today. Some of you struggled, carried weight of loss, weight of confusion, weight of what in the world is going on in this world. Some circumstances were out of your control. Either way, you are here now. Within this moment, and I am here to tell you that at this point in your life, there are no excuses. And there are wins and losses. Both are continuous, but at times the one outruns the other. At times vice versa, but even in most losses, you can still win. You just gotta get focused. I remember when I first came here, well, it wasn't here, it was on Clinton. Or we can even go back before that. I remember practicing for the audition. I wanted to be a music major, and I auditioned for the piano. I wanted to be here so bad. I worked so hard and finally received the letter of acceptance, and I just knew that it was gonna be so dope to be part of PA. And yet I had the most difficult time in high school because I wasn't sure about who I was. My foundation was rocky. I had low self-esteem, but I hid it behind the comedian. I was the funny one. I was a misfit, but everybody knew who I was, but didn't really know what was going on. That I longed to know who my biological mother was and why my father wasn't in my life. Many of my peers and friends didn't know I came from the foster care system, and yet I dominated AP English. I played in the marching band, the orchestra, theater productions, and during those 4 years, I was productive, but also consistently in trouble. Yup, suspended a few times. My senior year, I was formally suspended, and I couldn't return without a court hearing. Most adults thought I didn't care about my future, but I did, though. I did. I just felt alone. I felt unheard. I felt misunderstood. I was afraid of what the next step meant. I felt so much pressure. Many times I made excuses for myself to feel good about the foolish decisions that I was making. I cared, but I needed people to be real with me. I needed truth. Some advice just didn't work for me. It wasn't practical. Not for this little girl that came up on the east side in between Broadway and Sycamore. I was not in the position to want to be convinced. I just wanted the truth. And I really did. I wanted to win. I was able to graduate, thank God. Then for me, it was a matter of proving to myself that I could rise above the labels that were placed on me, like failure to thrive, emotionally handicapped, foster child, insubordinate. Yes, I come from displacement. I come from a mother who I lost to substance abuse, and the odds were against me. But because of my community and the opportunities that were provided, but even beyond that, because of my willingness to accept support, I developed a want and desire for more. And I wanted to see what would happen if I tried. And still, through my pursuit of winning, I lost often. Went through the darkest side of my life, sat in a puddle of disappointment, depression, and suicidal thoughts were my friends. And I'm not here to convince you that this road is going to be easy. It's not. You know this already. That's also the beauty. It's the toughness that will supply you the muscle to endure if you allow it. But I get that you knew that already, being that your class has been through the most difficult moments in modern history, right? You don't need me to remind you. But at least let me applaud you, because for the most part, you weren't able to have an 8th grade graduation, maybe some of you, because our world went wild. That was wild. Some of you may have felt forgotten and unheard. Some of you lost loved ones. Some of you were displaced, and I'm so sorry. But look at this. Look at you. Look at you. Mm-hmm. You're here now. You pushed and you persevered. Yeah. And through that time, you have gained much of what it takes to make these next years work for you. And guess what? Like I said, you have no excuses. And that's just the truth. To win doesn't mean that every move you make will be perfect. Because what is perfection? Show me somebody that's perfect. We are imperfect people. As long as you don't position your perfections as excuses, mistakes will be made. But with every step you take, may you become all the more fascinated with the power of rising above. I didn't win when I walked across this stage and many other stages in my life. I won and am winning because I'm enduring the journey. I'm winning because I'm afraid, but I don't allow it to suffocate me. I'm winning because in the midst of my failures, I stand back up. There were moments where I didn't spend the time to dust myself off. I just got back up and got in there. We win because we take control of our canvas. We win because we don't let losses stop our drive. We are more equipped, more knowledgeable. We have gained a new level of thinking. Yes, yes, indeed. I designed the framework of who I wanted to be in relation to what this world needed. Someone with dignity, with honor, respect, servitude, someone who desired change and became the change on the inside in order to exude the change that I wanted to see. Yup, little me. Between Broadway and Sycamore, from the hood. Yes, indeed. This place was a huge part of that story, along with the many arts and cultural opportunities that I was given. I really believe that the creative arts gave me a superpower. It wasn't just about entertainment and self-expression. The creative arts allowed me to develop practical skills that allowed me to see beyond the issues that were happening within my community and to understand that I have the power to influence change. The creative arts gave me the ability to become more in control mentally, emotionally, and guess what? Financially. I'm able to support my family and my community. We all have that same power through the creative arts. It can be the most important tool in your toolbox. The tools that you can land or that can land you in great positions within the creative industry. No matter what your area of study was, whether music, theater, video productions, dance, visual art, photography, you name it, they have it here. You've gained active listening, public speaking, team building, time management, coordination, project management, directing, all of that. Those are skills that can be put to work. I now stand as the founder and creative director of an award-winning digital storytelling company that generates revenue for emerging and professional creatives. Oof. I stand as a creative writer whose songwriting abilities contributed to a Grammy award-winning album. I'm a lyricist. I'm a rapper. Yeah. I'm a performer. I'm a speaker. It gave me the ability to share my story across the country. They pay me to come speak. There's money in this industry. to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to support creative initiatives, creative educator, gave the opportunity to design curriculums to teach others about the power of the creative arts. Never forget that this industry is lucrative. Don't let anyone lie to you to tell you that you cannot make money within the creative arts. Don't let anyone make you feel like you have to struggle as a creative. Now, I'm gonna be honest, there's some struggles, but that's everywhere. We struggle just every day. But right here in Western New York, the arts industry supports over 8,000 jobs, generates over $300 million in household income for local residents, and delivers over $120 million in tax revenue in state, local, and federal government. So yeah, right. So really quick, the key to making a creative career, or any career of that matter, work are the following principles. Focused, and yeah, I spelled it F-O-K-U-S-D. Just blame it on the defiance in me that I spelt it outside of how it should be spelled. Let's start with the first letter, F, focused, or foundation. You got to saturate yourself within the values and beliefs. Who are you going to be outside of what they say you're going to be? They said I was a failure to thrive, and I'm over here thriving. It's about what you say for yourself, and you saturate yourself in those standards, and you stand strong on business. You stand on that foundation. Oh, be optimistic. Regardless of things looking outrageous, it doesn't matter. It's about how you see it and perceive it to be. You keep it pushing, you keep it moving. The K, you have to be knowledgeable. Educate yourself with both lived and learned experiences. If you're from Sherman Street, you got a whole bunch of practical skills that come from there. If you come from the east side, you know how to make moves. West side, south side, north side, doesn't matter what side, your story is gold. Use that knowledge that you've gained. You have to be unwavering. In the midst of the steepest mountains that life often presents, you have to be unmovable. S, you have to be strategic. You have to be planful and pack some pivot in your pocket when you need it. The D, you have to be dedicated and disciplined and determined throughout the process, focused. And for those of you who are afraid, okay, and you don't allow fear to hold you hostage. You do it afraid. Every day I'm doing something, and I'm doing it probably with fear, but guess what? I'm up here, though. You gotta tame the fear. You tame the fear, you tame the anxiety, you take that imposter syndrome, and you tell it to sit in the back seat, go ahead and cry over there. You tame the uncertainties, and there's no excuses. Failures will come. It's all about how you deal with those failures. There are opportunities within that, because for us it is imperative that you succeed. Your success determines the amount of strength we will have within our society. It's not just about the lessons you will learn within the lecture halls, whether the lecture halls are within a college or within the community. Whatever you choose, those are your lecture halls. It will be the valuable lessons that you gain from life itself. I don't believe you need to be convinced. No, you just need an extra push. You just need enough support, and you need just enough grit, grind, and grace to carry you forward in this road towards success. So, like I said, there's no excuses at this point. It's on you. You got this. Regardless of the pain you had to endure, regardless of all the homework that you halfway got in on time, you here now. It's on you. You got it. Keep your circle tight. Keep people around you that love you enough to tell you the truth even when it hurts. And when you have distractions that circle you, if you come from trauma like I do with PTSD, all of the questions you have, why wasn't my father there? Why wasn't my mother there? Why did we have to struggle? Whatever the story is, just make sure you stand strong and you endure. because you did it already. So you get focused, you be focused, and even beyond the graduates here, fellow parents, oh my God, parenthood is the most interesting hood, but you know what? Your babies did it. They did it. Congratulations to you. Get focused, be focused, stay focused, and y'all better go win. Thank you.
Let's give it up again for Miss Atina Fair Cook. That was powerful, powerful, and thank you, thank you, thank you. The moment you've been waiting for, guys. You ready? All right. Parents, we ask that you please remain seated. We ask that you please make sure you're out of the aisles. You are to take pictures from your seats. We have professional photographers here, and you will receive photos. So again, please just help us out with that. All right?
Natalia Otteridge. Kara Anderson. Noah Baker. Jasmine Barlow. Kira Beck. Amir Bell Bland. Kaylee Berg. Madeline Bertie. Dion Black. Samira Bozeman. Michael Bradley. Bria Burney. Michael Burns. Anaya Carter. Christian Castillo. Lucas Castro. Niyama Chazinski. Annabelle Clark. Romaya Cole. Jayliani Colazo Bonilla. Gabriella Colon. Natalie Holston. Alana Kostner. Nyla Kostner. Jaden Daniel. Ariana Del Val. Angie Diaz. Amani Dorsey. Samaya Douglas. Shyla Douglas. Kathleen Dussault. Nania Francis. Bailey Gates. Jerry Ellis Gaiman. Michigan Gibson. Ezra Gomez. Daquan Green. Eric Gruss. Ariana Griffa. Kalia Hardy. Alicia Harper. Jacob Hebert. Deshaun Heron. Dwayne Holt. Janea Howe. Lloyd Jameson. Anissa Jader. Natalia Jimenez. Jadene Jones. Nero Kennedy. Maddie Klein. Alana Crone. Nyasia Lott. Francisco Martinez. Brendan Mamie. Charlie McPhail. Tiffany Mercado. Mario Miller. Deanna Morrison. Kaisha Mumford. Benjamin Munson Ellis. Aline Nyamrembo. Mel Omahan. Freebirth Amoigui. Sophia Abdullahi Osman. Kieran Patterson Tansky. Joy Perry. Nevaeh Phillips. Saida Ramani. Gray Redden. Micah Reed Eason. Daniel Rentas. Reagan Rickard. Kenyon Roberts. Kaylani Rosado. Naishalia Rosario. Emma Ross. Thomas and Ciro Salvatore. Noriana Sanchez. Sasha Scott. Zanita Shadwick. Victoria Smothers Johnson. Larry Stevens. Patrick Semensky. Ejan Tubbins. Bijan Tubbins. Lanice Tuck. Ryan Van Cott. Nyla Vasquez. Kendrick Warwick. Aaron Washington. Curtis Washington III. Kayla White. Tariq Wiggins. Darnell Williams Jr. Isaiah Wilson. Your 2025 BAVPA graduates.
Excuse me, hang on a second. It's Mr. Houck's first time doing that. It's his first time. Mr. George usually does that, but we want to thank Mr. Houck. Give him a nice round of applause. I close out the ceremony. Mr. Houck, we got to rewrite your script. But nonetheless, if our graduates would please stand. By the power vested in me by the state of New York and the Buffalo Board of Education, I officially announce you graduates of the Buffalo Academy of Visual Performing Arts. You may move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please clear the aisles. Clear the aisles so that our graduates may recede. Clear the aisles, please take your seats or stand, but please clear the aisles and back. Teachers, please help out with that, please. If you can let graduates leave out first. Go ahead. let our graduates leave first. They're still receding. We still have graduates leaving. Please clear the aisles for the graduates. Please, just give us a minute. Just give them their day. We have a few more graduates coming out. Thank you, parents. Thank you, loved ones. We appreciate you.